High in the mountains, nestled between towering peaks and whispering pines, lay the village of Shadow Peak. It was a place of simple beauty, where life moved at the pace of the seasons. The villagers were hardy folk, their lives intertwined with the rhythms of nature. They were bound together by a shared history, a deep love for their land, and a quiet strength that echoed the mountains themselves. Among them lived a young girl named Aria. Unlike other children who found joy in playful games and carefree laughter, Aria possessed a different kind of spirit. Her eyes, as blue as the summer sky, held a depth beyond her years. They reflected a wisdom born from observing the world around her, from the way the wind danced through the trees to the fierce determination of a hawk hunting its prey. Aria was strong, not just physically, though she possessed a strength that belied her slender frame, but also in her heart and mind. She had an unyielding spirit, a core of steel forged in the heart of the mountains. Her hands, calloused from years of climbing and exploring, were as comfortable with a bow and arrow as they were with a wooden doll. There was a quiet courage about her, a knowing that whispered of a destiny yet to be fulfilled. Little did she know that destiny was about to come calling, casting a shadow over the peaceful existence of Shadow Peak and testing the very limits of Aria's strength and courage. Life in Shadow Peak was peaceful, but a constant undercurrent of unease lingered in the air. It was a primal fear, whispered from generation to generation, a fear that haunted their dreams and cast long shadows in the fading light of day. The villagers spoke of them in hushed tones, their voices barely a murmur as they recounted ancient tales passed down through their families. The shadow beasts, creatures of darkness, they were said to dwell in the deepest recesses of the mountains, emerging under the cover of night to terrorize anyone foolish enough to cross their path. Legends spoke of their piercing red eyes that glowed in the darkness, their razor-sharp claws that could rend flesh from bone, and their deafening roars that echoed through the valleys, striking fear into the hearts of even the bravest souls. For generations, the villagers had lived in a fragile peace with the creatures, avoiding the deepest parts of the mountains and retreating behind their sturdy wooden doors when the sun began to set. But in recent months, the whispers had grown into fearful pronouncements. Livestock had gone missing, their bones picked clean and scattered in the fields. Strange tracks, unlike any animal known to the villagers, marred the once pristine snow. Fear had become a constant companion to the villagers, but not Aria. While others trembled at the thought of the shadow beasts, Aria felt a different kind of stir within her. It wasn't fear, but a fierce determination, a burning desire to protect her home and her people. She would not cower in the shadows. She would face the darkness head-on. Aria sought out the village elder, a weathered but spry woman named Alara, who was said to possess the wisdom of generations. Alara had seen countless winters come and go, her face etched with the stories of a life lived in the embrace of the mountains. It was said that she could read the stars like an open book and speak to the wind itself. Alara listened patiently as Aria spoke, her keen eyes studying the young girl's face. She saw the fire in her heart, the unwavering courage that burned bright within her. Alara knew that Aria was different. She was destined for great things, but greatness often came at a price. Alara agreed to teach Aria the ways of combat, but it wouldn't be easy. She warned Aria that the path of a warrior was paved with sacrifice and hardship. It demanded unwavering dedication, relentless discipline, and a willingness to confront not only external enemies, but also the darkness that resided within. Aria's training began at the break of dawn each day. Alara taught her the art of wielding a sword, her small frame learning to move with a grace and precision that belied her age. She learned to shoot a bow and arrow with deadly accuracy, her arrows finding their mark with a satisfying thunk. Alara instilled in her the importance of strategy, of using her mind as much as her body to outwit her opponents. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months. Aria trained relentlessly, her determination fueled by the desire to protect her village and the unwavering belief in her own strength. Her body grew lean and muscled, her movements as swift and deadly as the mountain cat. She learned to anticipate her opponent's moves, to use their strength against them, to find the weakness in their defenses.